Hey you guys, so today we are going to be utilizing Google Classroom and learning about GimKit and how to use it in our classrooms. So why use Google Classroom? It is easy to create, assign, and collect all the student work. It keeps everything centralized, easy for kids to find and access once you teach them how to use it, and you can import just about anything that we use as teachers in and out very easily. So I'm going to show you how we're going to create a Google Classroom. So first we got to log into Google. Make sure you're using your BCBE portal. I'm already logged into mine. If you look at the top over here that says the Google Apps, you are going to click it and we are going to come down to Classroom. These are the classrooms I have right now, but if you've never used Google Classroom, what you're going to look for is this plus sign. It says create or join a class. We are going to be creating. I'm going to name this Kennedy Demo for you guys today, and you can fill it out if you need to. I just leave it blank. You're going to click on create. This is what your classroom will look like once you create it. Now, you have something called the stream, which we are currently on. This is where you can announce anything to your class to see. So you can say, hello, welcome to our classroom. So if I can type today. And then you just post it and all your students can see it. And then you can click and change like who you're talking to if you only want certain kids to see it or the whole class to see it. Now to have your students join, I always click on this and it puts it up on the board, and I have the kids log in with their Google accounts, and then they can click the plus button on their screen, and then they can type in this code and it automatically puts them in your classroom. If you want to, you can click on the copy invite link and you can send them out emails if they're older. But for the younger, since I teach second grade, the youngers, this is a lot easier for them to do instead of like trying to navigate their email and stuff. All right. So once you get all your students in and you show them around, you're going to click on classwork. And here is where you can add all of your stuff. So I'm going to show you an example. Let me go back to my classrooms of how I had my classroom set up this past year so you can just get an idea. So like I put parent resources on the top, but if you look, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I just try to chunk it a little bit easier for them. And then you can add whatever you need them to work on. Like I put any math extra stuff, reading extra stuff. Here's a GimKit, which I'm going to show you how to do. But again, this is a good way if you want to try to organize your Google Classroom for your students to use. All right, let's go back to demo so I can show you how to do that. Oops, wrong one, sorry. Let's go back to my demo. Classwork, create, and to create it into different things, like I just did topic, and that will create like your Monday, Tuesday. I'm just going to say reading, and this will be your reading, and then you can do an assignment, you can do a quiz, questions, other materials, like if you want to put something like a YouTube video or something that they can use. I just do an assignment, and then I'm going to type in GimKit demo. And then you can add links here. I will show you how to do that right now. I'm just getting it ready for you. You can assign it to certain students or all students. That is completely up to you. Right now I don't have any students, but this is where you'd put it. You can move it. This is where I move it to like my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all that. And then you can put a grade in it as well. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and assign it. I'm going to put it under reading. I'm going to assign it. And then we're going to add the GimKit here in a minute. All right, let me go back to the PowerPoint. So I basically showed you everything right here on how to go through, create your stuff, sharing your code. And here is GimKit. So GimKit I use right now in my classroom for vocabulary or reading, anything like that, just like a reading comprehension skill. Right now it's really used for our new vocabulary that we're learning that I know is going to be on summative later. It's a game. You can create flashcards. You can create questions kind of like you do on Kahoot, and then it creates like a game that the kids can play and like they can battle each other. You can put it up on the board. and they have to answer questions. So how do we start a GIM kit? So I attached the link that you guys can click on. And it's going to pull this screen up. And you can sign up for free, which I'll give you guys some time to do that. You can sign up for free, or I just log in. I log in with my BCBE username. It's already saved in. You can log in with your Google. Here is my demo, but I'm going to create a new one just so you can see. So we can say demo 2. And then select your language. And again, what are you using for ELA? And you don't have to do a picture if you want to. It's just something for the kids to look at. All right, you can add questions. You can create with flashcards, which is what I do, which is a little bit different. If you have a spreadsheet or a question bank that you want to pull from, you can do that. I will go ahead and just, let's pull away with my, let me just go back because I don't have any of that ready, but let me go ahead and pull this one up. All right, so I imported all these questions on it the other day just to make sure everything was working. So when you are done and it is all created, all your questions are entered, this is from a test that we've used in the past, you can click where it says play live. So, or you can assign it as homework and you can just drop it and the kids can do it at home, whatever they want to do. You can play live. These are the ones that are free that you don't have to pay for, which is what I use because I don't have a membership. If you want to, you can pay for a subscription and you can do more games. But these are the free ones that the class can use. The kids really like Capture the Flag, Fishtopia. We like to do Don't Look Down. So you click on the game that you want. You hit on continue. You can change how many minutes they play, if there's checkpoints. They get 1,000 energy per question. You can change that. You can change it to Miss Kennedy's class because then it'll import it from your Google Classroom. And then if you want them to be able to join in late, or you can just be like, no, if you get on it, you get on it in time. If you don't, you don't. I just leave it open. Some kids get logged out. You're going to hit continue. Once you hit continue, it's going to load this screen for depending on what game you have. I always copy this link and put it in their Google Classroom. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're going to click, you're going to highlight it, which I don't know if it's showing it on your screen, but even if like right now it's not doing it, but you can click on this and it says game link copied. So you can click on the number and you can click copy join link. I have my classroom open right now. So I'm going to click back on my demo. I'm going to click these 3 dots. You're going to click on edit. You're going to go to link. Oh, come on. Give it a minute. My computer's being a little laggy. Come on. There we go. Ooh. And then you can paste it in, add link, wait for it to load, and then we'll say join GimKit. And then you're going to save. And now when your class goes to their classwork and click on this, they will have a link to click on and join. And it will automatically throw them into the game where they don't have to type in a code or anything. And then when they're ready, this is what your screen will look like where you're hosting. You'll click start game and the kids can go ahead and start it. They have to answer questions to get energy to move, to jump, and they have little checkpoints. And it's a fun game you can display on your board, or if you want them to do this in like small groups or center time, you don't have to display it on the board. It will just play on their computer screen and you can continue what you're doing and they can work on this. It's a really fun and engaging way for the kids to learn. And the kids seem to really do well with it. So again, if you have any kind of questions that you might have about this, just let me know. I'll display my, oops, let me go all the way through, sorry. This is just if you have any questions. I also attached this in your email for you to have handouts on how to do this. There you go. So if you need any kind of help whatsoever, here's my contact information, or you can always pop by my classroom and I will gladly help you out. So if you have any more questions, just let me know. Thank you guys.